About 6 months ago, after using the XM3 earbuds for 3 weeks, I said that these earbuds were great in so many ways, but there were some things about them that held them back from being truly great. I wasn't sure at all if those issues could be resolved through software updates, so I said back then in that video, you know what guys, this is my final impressions of this product, because any kind of improvement we can hope to see, we should only see them in a future version. But I was wrong, and I'm glad to be proven wrong, because this goes to show that Sony all the while had been, putting out their feelers, listening to customers and implementing changes along the way. And I gotta say that this is something truly special, because even now, in the year 2020, you don't get a lot of companies out there, and I'm talking about big brands, like Sony, who would go out of their way to continuously improve their product through regular software updates and not screw up. Because there are some companies who screw things up through their software updates. Believe it or not, Apple is one of them. Till now, Apple hasn't rolled out a new software update to compensate for what the previous software update did to my AirPods Pro's noise cancelling performance. I might have to make a trip down to the Apple store to sort things out, but this is unacceptable really. It's been more than a month. Calm down, Aaron. Alright, now let's talk about the issues that I had with these earbuds that have been resolved through software updates. Issues like, for example, that these earbuds had frequent signal drops when I connected them to my MacBook Pro. That has already been resolved. Now it connects beautifully. I also complained about how there was no way of telling how much charge is left inside the charging case, except that when the LED light on the case flashes, that's when you know you have to charge it. But what if you see the LED light just as you were leaving for work? Not very helpful, right? So now, after software update 2.0.2, I believe, there is now a way of telling how much charge is left in the case through the Sony Headphones Connect app. So the app will tell you if there's like 75%, 50%, and 25% charge left. So you can make an informed decision about when you want to charge the case. Firmware 2.0.2 also gave these earbuds volume controls. Well, you won't get volume controls out of the box, but when you go into the Sony Headphones Connect app, you can change either one of the touchpads on the earbuds to do volume controls instead of, say, ambient sound pass-through toggle. Though this is not a default feature, as in you'd actually have to go into the app to activate volume controls, I see this as a huge step in the right direction, because to me, having volume controls on the earbuds as an option, an alternative, beats not having volume controls at all. Because I just prefer to have the option of controlling the volume directly from the earbuds so that I don't have to fish around in my pocket for my phone's volume controls. But the biggest improvement to the XM3 earbuds came from its most recent software update 2.1.0. That software update improved the XM3 earbuds voice microphone quality for phone calls, and it resolved one of the biggest issues people had about these earbuds, that it sounded terrible during phone calls. And I'm not even exaggerating. A lot of people gave up their XM3 earbuds for alternatives like the Jabra Elite 65T, then the 75T when it came out, and the AirPods Pro, because they thought that these earbuds just sounded terrible during phone calls. If you want to know how drastically different it is compared to before, watch this video over here. So suffice to say that since most, not all, most of the issues that I raised 6 months ago have been resolved through very frequent software updates, the Sony WF-1000XM3 earbuds is a much better product than it was when it first launched. Of course, there are things that cannot be resolved through software updates, such as the size of its case. Now, I'm not saying that it's a huge case, but it certainly is bulkier than some of the other flagship earbuds. The AirPods Pro is one good example. It is both small and slim and offers the same battery endurance as the Sony WF-1000XM3. The way the earbuds fit in my ears as well is something that possibly could be resolved in a future version of the XM3s. Now, I say possibly because who knows, Sony might choose to stick with the current scheme of things, the rubberized part that provides 3 points of contact in the conch of your ear for stability. But I've said before and I'll say it again, these earbuds require stability fins for it to really stay better in my ears. It could very well have been the weight of the earbuds. Now, these earbuds are pretty light, but they do have a little heft to it and they do stick out from your ears a little more, so it probably moves a little more in your ears when you are, say, jostling on the train compared to other earbuds. So it would have been great if Sony put stability fins on these ones, but who knows, maybe they'll put stability fins on a future version of the XM3s. And maybe, just maybe, they'll call the new version the WF-1000XM4. Wow, as if it takes a genius to figure that out. But even if, for some reason, Sony doesn't launch the WF-1000XM4 this year, I can say with some level of certainty that the XM3 earbuds will continue to be one of the most popular, truly wireless noise-cancelling earbuds in the market. That is, if Sony doesn't launch a faulty software update that destroys its noise-cancelling performance, like what Apple did to the AirPods Pro. So those are my impressions of the Sony WF-1000XM3 earbuds after 6 months. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section below if you agree or if there's something which I should have said in this video but didn't say. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please show that you like this video by punching that like button with a vengeance, Bruce Lee style, and sharing this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad because I upload new content every single week, and this is the only way YouTube will notify you of any fresh content uploaded to this channel. This is Aaron, and I'll see you again, bros and sisters, in my next video, which will come very, very soon. I believe it's gonna be some reviews about the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, but we'll see. We'll see if I manage to get my hands on one very, very soon. So until then, adios, amigos. If you're a humble person like me, this shirt is a great way to show your friends how humble you really are. And whenever you look in the mirror, to admire yourself of course, it will also help to remind you to always be humble. So guys, this is a pretty fun shirt to wear. You can check it out in the link below. It's available in t-shirt, tank top, and hoodie. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, and I appreciate your support, bros.